Gonzalez.
Stoked to see him back in the contest. He said his whole body's feeling good. Then, of course, from Porto Alegre, Brazil. 6 years in with Street League, we have Luan Oliveira.
He's no stranger to the podium. He's taken first place many times, as well as Tampa Pro.
Now, a newcomer, one of the SLS picks, Chris Jocelyn, 19 years old, but he's skating like a seasoned vet.
It's a perfect addition to SLS with his trick selection. He can use this course, he can use any course, and no amateur to Street League. Paul Rodriguez could take first place today. He's due for one.
He's had him under his belt before. Then Evan Smith, total wild card out there every single time.
But just like anybody else, it's anybody's game. He is my favorite to win, being from Florida, sleeping in tents, catching the sunsets in his photos.
And then Chris Cole, 34 years old, from Philadelphia. Another one who has stood at the top of the podium.
Yeah, he's due for one.
This is a crazy heat. We've got a bunch of people that have definitely taken victory before.
We're happy to step in here for Paul Zitzer and Jeff Rowley. Guys are warming up out there. Munich's going insane. They're stoked to be here. They have the qualifiers right here, and it's going to lead to the top 8 of the Nike SB World Tour. Here comes David Gonzalez, his first of 2 runs.
He's got 45 seconds on the clock.
In case you're just joining us, they get 7 attempts, 2 runs, and 5 best tricks, and we actually score top 4 runs, so it could be used. 2 of their runs could be 2 of their top scores. Starting off with a lip slide. Having a hard time coming out here on his first run, but that's why we score him on 4 out of 7.
David with a lot of speed, frontside nose grind. About 10 seconds left.
Columbia represent.
Going down on the front side 360. Looked like he leaned a little too far back.
And that's going to wind it down right there. Hard start. I like the little 3-flip jump in on the bank. David's smiling. He's stoked, but he knows he's gonna need a little bit more to make it work today.
4.3 for him on run number 1. Usually super consistent though. We'll see him step it up. Next in, Luan Oliveira. Now we've been talking about Luan a bunch today because he has some of the fastest feet in all of Street League. Super technical, super consistent. Excited to see what he does here.
Switch crooks. Luan is awesome to watch. His energy is insane. He's having a great solid run. He still has 20 seconds to go, and just as I said it, it could have been the jinx.
Switch tail 270. An unlikely trick to see him fall on. Coming in switch frontside flip down the stairs, looking really good. Couple falls there for Luan.
Unlike Luan, but that's okay. This is the beginning of first runs. Let's take a look at what he does best.
Nice switch big spin in after 180 switch crook. Luan 6.6 down in 13th place.
Sitting there with Fluff Magazine's Marcel.
Next in, Chris Jocelyn. Super excited to watch him out there. He's been ripping all weekend. If he can put it together, he is a fierce competitor.
Proper back tail with that GoPro angle. Little board side fakie. Warming it up out there. This is his second official contest after the Barcelona Pro Open here in Munich. Kickflip front boards.
And he's got a lot of tricks so far.
It's an awesome pick. Chris Jocelyn along with 3 others.
It kind of looks like Jocelyn is he's holding back right now. That's time for Jocelyn on run number 1. So that backside big spin's not going to count for him. Hopefully he'll be able to squeak that one in the next run.
I'm sure he will. Well,
6.2.
Maybe it's his first run, break it in a little bit, loosen the legs, everything's good in practice, and then your name gets called and you come out here and you got to throw it down and make the top 8 out of about 24 skaters here today.
Seasoned vet Paul Rodriguez is in next.
No stranger to the podium. Paul Rodriguez looking good, looking strong. He's off to a good season.
Paul looks great out there in practice as well. The front blunt, switch front blunt getting away from him. Front lip fakie coming in switch. Oh, sticking on the switchback tail.
These are the first runs in case you're just joining us. It's anybody's game. 7 scored runs. 2 of them are the runs. And 4 of them are the best trick.
Switchback lip, switch 360 flip for Paul Rodriguez.
Paul having a hard time out there on his first run, I would say, but
he was still able to put some tricks in there. Usually for him, it's all or nothing. 5.8 on his first run here in heat number 3 of qualifiers today. Next in, though, Evan Smith. You were saying Evan's your favorite.
Florida from Orlando, right next to Tampa. Got in last year from the Barcelona Pro Open. Here he is today. Look at that back 3 corn.
He's just letting loose.
He has no plans out there. He just steps in and takes it and finds his creative lines however he can. Gap crooks. Front board disaster revert. The hard way. Checking the time.
Oh, he was totally going to back nose blunt right there, and he made it over.
That's okay. Look at that, going outside the course, still with a little bit of time.
People are loving it. Evan Smith ruling.
Look at that, the crowd's stoked. We're stoked to see a variety skating inside and outside the course, going for the back nose blunt and doing a little switch drop in on the bank to wall.
I'm just psyched that he didn't break his board. He always breaks his board on that one.
I saw him snap one yesterday.
Super big crook. And then this is the one right here. Totally pulled it in.
Hey, it's a contest make.
That was awesome. 7.8. The judges loved it.
The crowd loved it. Munich, you're stoked if this is your first time watching Evan Smith skate a contest.
Chris
or
Cole.
In real life.
Next skater in. Chris Cole has been, he's been ripping this weekend.
I think that's the announcer jinx right there. Sometimes when you're like, man, he's been killing it. Look how solid he is out there. They usually take a fall, so I'm going to try to refrain from saying it so much. He looks good, man. He's skating much faster. The course is kind of in his favor right now. And let's see if he can use it to his advantage.
Chris has such a huge bag of tricks. It's just a matter of him being able to pull them out at the right time. I've talked to him about it before too, and that's one of the biggest issues. He used to have a trick list because otherwise he has so many tricks and he can do them so consistently usually that he doesn't know what to do at the right time.
Yeah,
3.8.
That's why he brings his homie Pat along to help him fine-tune it, just to help give him some ideas and some structure. And also, Chris Cole, as you can see right there, he's been having some back problems on this tour, so hopefully he can work them kinks out and make it into the top 8 because we'd love to see him on the podium again. Here comes David, his second of 2 actual contest runs at 45 seconds. Colombia represent, always looking solid. He probably put in the Black Sabbath request.
Nice frontside nose grind.
Starting out a lot better than his first run.
Skates with a lot of speed. There we go. Kickflip front 50. He was saying that was scary. He's like, man, that thing's tall for the kickflip front 50.
Well, anything's tall for David. But he has no problem with it. He's looking good out there. A few more seconds on the clock here. One fall. Trying to throw it down. And there's the 3 flip into the bank. Good job, David. His second of the 2 actual 45-second runs. There's a slow-mo.
Whoa, he got into that crazy. That back truck almost didn't get on. 6.8, an improvement over that first run. Right now in 13th overall. Luan in next. Luan got that 6.6. Had a couple falls. He needs to clean it up. We know he can do it, though.
Full speed ahead, I would say, man. It's always a pleasure to watch Luan skate. He skates it faster than anybody else on the circuit. Switch crooks.
Oh, there we go. Perfect execution on the switch frontside flip.
He's one that could throw as many tricks down as possible in this 45 seconds.
Oh, playing a little patty cake.
Little contest make, hand on the ground, picking up change.
Oh, making the switch 3 flip. 8.5 feet on those stairs.
Making it look solid.
First score 6.6.
Brazil's in the house. Always looking good out there.
There's another look at that switch 360 flip. Looking forward to seeing score on this one. Definitely an improvement over that first run. And a 7.5. Judges reward him. Next in, though, Chris Joslin. Switching it up. Front board.
One of those SLS picks, just to let you know, they put in 4 riders in the World Tour this year. Chris Joslin is one of them. And I'm sure if you know him, you know why. He's capable of winning every contest in every SLS Tour. Let's see if he can make it to the top 8 today.
What's been awesome about Joslin is he's so gnarly, and we saw that in Barcelona. But here he's able to hang with all the tech guys.
Not just throwing down the bangers, but work this course to his advantage as well.
He's got to pop it quick, unable to do so. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's not going to count for him.
So yeah, in case you're watching, you can hear that buzzer. Once the buzzer goes off, the tricks moving forward after the buzzer or during the buzzer do not count as your score. Great job out there, Chris.
7.4. Jocelyn now up in 13th place.
Yep.
Paul Rodriguez is in next. 5.8 on the first run. He can improve if he puts it all together.
He'll improve.
Switch front blunt. Oh, it slides out on him. We'll see if this second line messes him up. Coming in switch again at the hubba. There we go.
Switch back tail. Getting the workout out there. It's hot in this arena, and I wonder if that's going to play a little role on some people being able to like take advantage of the heat, or it could be a component of holding people back.
You know what, though? Paul had that skate park out in the valley, and he would say that it would get really hot in there. Nollie 180 heel flip. So an improvement over the last run. Didn't make the switch front blunt still, but a 7.3. Judge's reward. Now up in 14th.
Yeah.
And Evan Smith.
The best part about this contest is you could not do your runs well and come back with best trick. But here comes Evan Smith. The crowd's super hyped behind him. He's smiling the whole time. He's got energy, and he skates the course like nobody else. Look at that hustle.
Kick flip into disaster.
Like I said, like nobody else. Trying to redeem himself on the backside nose blunt.
10 seconds. It looks like he's gearing up to get gnarly.
Maybe some mandatory flat ground tricks.
Oh.
Double flip body burial.
A little sex change right there for Evan Smith.
People are stoked, and he is just getting started.
Oh! I think that was switch hard flip back 180. 3.5 for him on run number 2. So Evan right now in 16th place. Chris Cole in next.
I wonder how his back is doing. I mean, he's been stretching it out all weekend long. Here he is today.
He can still ollie up the stairs.
Tons of speed. Making the front side blunt this time.
Fakie ollie back tail down the hubba. Back tail to fakie.
Bolts.
Nice little half cab flip.
Just tinkering with the rail down there.
180 switch crook. .360 flip getting away from him at the end.
He came in really solid, you know, and then it slowed down a little bit.
7.1. A decent score.
Stepped it up from his 3.8 on his last score.
Here's another look at that back tail from Chris Cole.
Which it couldn't have been any more perfect. Chris Cole, these are the second runs right now. We're moving into the best tricks.
Luan Oliveira with some great runs out there. Is he going to be able to hold it onto it in the best trick section? Stick around, more skating after this. See what happens in the best trick. Now, we've already seen the 2 45-second runs. Now everyone gets 5 best trick attempts, and it's all about top 4 scores. David Gonzalez on course. First attempt in best trick. There you go, front 360.
You know, playing it safe, just trying to get those 4 scores on the board out of 7 because you're not trying to win the qualifiers. You are trying to get into the finals.
4.2 on that front 3. Luan Oliveira next. Oh, beautiful switch 360 flip.
If you guys are just joining us right now in the top 8, we have Shane O'Neill, Tiago Lemos, Ryan DeCenzo, Carlos Ribeiro.
Love that GoPro replay right there, that switch 360 flip. Perfectly caught. 7.6 on his first attempt, that switch 360 flip. Now, Chris Joslin in next.
One of the SLS picks here today.
Oh, there you go. I don't know if he got into the crook on that or not. The 180 over switch front crook.
Let's take a
We
look
got
at
a
the
replay. Looked like he sort of got a wheel on there and then went front blunt.
Maybe
so we'll see what the judges say. He
Maybe
can definitely
kind
clean
of
it up.
pass for the front blunt. Judges are doing a great job out there, trying to get the top 8 in there, those that deserve it. Here's Paul Rodriguez.
Switch back tail down the rail.
Perfect.
Talked to a bunch of guys. They were all saying that rail's a little tough because it's long. It's low to get on, but it's really long. 7.7 for the switch back tail for Paul Rodriguez.
That's going to be his highest score of his attempts here today. On the 3rd scores here today, now in the best trick section. 5 attempts. 4 scores are going to count at the end of the day out of 7.
All right, Evan Smith. Now we'll see what he's got. Yes, grind to grind, up the hubba, on the platform.
You gotta love it, man. Using the course like nobody else.
I think he just did a handstand. 7.7, Evan Smith moving up the leaderboard now in 13th place.
Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is Evan Smith. If you're lucky enough to be here to see him in person,
here's the replay. We got the handstand.
It's
Look
an
at that
unbelievable
form.
treat. Perfect. That could make the Olympic handstand. That could make the gold medal on skateboarding. Good job, Evan. We're stoked
Excellent
for you.
freestyle, Evan Smith.
Florida's proud, son.
All right, Chris Cole's in.
Whoa!
What? That was insane. That was like Nollie 270 blunt.
Looks like he hit his truck on there. Maybe switch crooks.
Yeah, we need to see that again to see if he
Take
got
a
a crook. I think it was blunt. I think it was blunt.
I think it was
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah.
It wasn't pretty, but it worked. But he's going to need to do better.
David Gonzalez now in for attempt number 2. Frontside flip getting away. This one's tougher for David because he's way gnarlier.
I mean, of course, just on one trick, bangers, it's not his specialty, but he can do it. It's anybody's game when it comes down to it.
He just needs a bigger course. Now, Luan Olivera is a great course for him. Ooh. The guys are all saying it's tough to pop nollie off that. Just the roll up, it's not very long.
It doesn't give you the proper time out there, but these guys are all pros and they're working with the same conditions, so that's the best part about it. It's they got to work for it.
Joslin, backside 360.
You know,
Launching.
Bank the flat. I think he's playing a little safe out there. He's looking good. He's trying to figure it out. He's got a 6.2 on the board. You know, he's already got 4 scores. So as we take it to the top of the list here, this is where the scores start kicking in to maneuver and take out some of the guys in the top 8 already seated. Let's see what Paul's got.
Oh, man, that was great. Switch backside flip. Man, that was beautiful.
Munich is stoked. Take a look at that.
Look at that catch.
Doing a great job. 8.1, Paul Rodriguez, one of the higher scores of the day here. He's going to need it. Moving into 8th place already. Congratulations, Paul.
Oh, man. That's what I love about Evan Smith. He can do that ollie up grind to grind, and then he can back 3-lip a rail.
Yeah. He nailed it. What did the judges got for him right there? 7.9.
Now he's in 9th place, right outside the bubble.
That's only because he fell on one of his tricks. So if he gets 4 scores on the board, I hope that he'll be bumping into the top 8. We definitely want to see Evan Smith in the finals.
Oh, it'd be great. Chris Cole down in 16th. He needs a 9.6 if he wants to move up into that spot where Evan Smith is.
Looks like he's holding on to that back. Maybe it could be creating some kind of problems for him today. The bank to wall, 3-flip out into the bank. Chris Cole looks like he's got a little bit of a limp over there because he's been holding that back.
David Gonzalez, attempt number 3. Oh, nice frontside flip for him.
He's stoked. He gives himself a thumbs up.
If you've ever seen a David video part, though, that's child's play.
I know.
That's like a little buddy.
Speaking of video parts, Holy Stokes.
6.4.
He had a great video part in there, along with a lot of the guys on the tour. Here comes the lawn.
There we go. Nollie backside flip. Needs an average of a 7 for final. I think that could do it for him.
Well, I'm currently in 12th place right now. Let's see where the scores come in.
7.7, pushing Paul Rodriguez down. Here's another look. Man, he caught that beautifully.
Good job, Luan. Like I said, now that the 4 scores are coming into play, you're going to see people move in and out of the finals, just as Paul Rodriguez was on the bubble. Now he's in 9th, not currently in the finals. Here comes Chris Joslin.
He's got scores. Hopefully he steps it up. There we go. Kickflip back 5.
Proper. Kind of ollied out on the end of that. It was perfect. Solid. No tail drag.
He's building a foundation right now for sure.
You know, like you said on his first run, he looks like he's kind of playing it safe. Well, maybe he's just loosening up, kind of, you know, saving the bangers for the end.
Dropping the low, that 5.4. Now Paul Rodriguez in 9th place. He's a 6.4. We know he's got it. I mean, you look at his best trick scores. 3 out of those 4 scores right now are over a 6. There we go. Switch front heel. Paul's looking really solid.
Paul's looking good. He just moved up into 5th place.
He did it. 7.8 for Paul Rodriguez.
Man. You can see why. Very well executed. Perfect. Landing on the bolts. Munich stoked. Paul stoked.
Evan Smith, where is he right now?
He might be coming out of the rafters. His lowest score
no,
is
he's coming out of right below us. Oh, that would have been so rad.
Wally
He's
knows
starting
Manny.
outside of the course.
That was so epic. You gotta love it. Let's take a look at this. I hope they have cameras outside of the arena. Maybe they weren't expecting it. They should expect anything from Evan Smith. Judges gave him a 3.5. Little Wally.
Oh, man, he made it super close.
You know, although a low score, the judges are doing a great job out there. He had full 4 wheels down, so it didn't even come close to a contest make, but maybe he's going to sit outside the arena and see if he can nail it on his next run.
Chris Cole, he needs some good scores. He needs an average of a 7.5. He's got 3 tricks on right now. There we go. Wall ride 360 flip. Chris, I'm curious to see how the judges score that.
They're doing a great job, man. The course was difficult to judge, but
7.8. There you go, Chris Cole.
I think they were very kind to him on that. Very kind. Wasn't the prettiest landing. Kind of had to, double check on the bank, but the judges liked it. He's liking it. I think he's a bit surprised he got a high score on that.
Attempt number 4 for David. Made the frontside flip. Oh, going for that 360 flip 50-50. It's a tall order. David right now in 14th.
He's only got one more attempt to get on the board in the top 8. He's currently in 14th. Here we got Luan Oliveira, currently in 9th place.
He needs to get a 6.7 if he wants to get into the final. His lowest score is a 6.6, but his last 3 have been a 7.5 or higher.
My predictions are that he's going to do it right here.
Yeah, I think as long as he puts it down, I mean, he's won. He knows how to do these contests. Coming up switch. Switch 180. Looked like he was going to switch 180 crook.
Man, here's the tough one is
it's going to be pressure cooker for him on the next one.
These guys, like you said, the pressure cooker's on, the heat's on. These guys are taking their last. There's 6 runs right here.
Chris Joslin, he's a 7.5. Oh, he's getting it. He is getting it, man. Hard foot back 180.
Let's see if he can top his 7. Needs a 7.5 to get in there for the
8.1.
final.
There we go. Chris Joslin.
Easily making the top 8. Chris Joslin.
That is such a crazy trick. Hard flip, kind of turn your body in the air. It looks insane. So Joslin right now in 10th place.
Yeah. Thought he had the finals. Look at that double mug shot of Paul Rodriguez. He's focusing.
Paul's in 5th right now, but he wants to move up. Oh, man, he's going to have one more for that. Once we get into the finals, we run in reverse order. So, yes, making the top 8 is important, but once you get into that top 8, you want to be as high up as you can so you have that advantage of watching and then utilizing the strategy. Evan Smith starting from a different zone on the course this time.
You know, we do have to remember there is the 4th heat coming up. A lot of power in there.
Yeah, we haven't even seen Nigel Houston yet.
Yep. And I saw Ishad's name on there, and I know he was injured, so.
No, he's not going to skate. Unfortunately, his back's hurting him. All right, Chris Cole, 2 attempts left. Needs an average of a 7.3. Oh, it looked like he's going to kickflip up the stairs. Back to the top for our last attempt.
Last attempt. This is where it's really going to matter. When you guys see that leaderboard at home, any one of these guys can squeeze into the top 8. Here comes David Gonzalez from Colombia.
Oh, there we go. 360 flip 50-50. You can see down there, he's going to need a 9.5 for 11th. I don't know if he's making it in the cut. No, 7.9. But man, that was awesome. 360 flip 50-50. Oh, you know what? That back truck wasn't fully on.
Yeah, that's going to keep him there. He's officially not making the top 8, but it's always a pleasure to have him in the contest. Always looking good. He had a hard time in the beginning of the runs.
In 13. Now, Luan Oliveira has to make something big. 6.7. Oh, is it going to be enough? I think it's going to be enough. But even so, that puts him down potentially low.
Let's watch that screen.
8.2. All right, Luan Oliveira now in 5th place.
Woo. It's still Rocky Roads in 5th place. Well done.
Man, he needed that so bad. That was a clutch moment right there.
Look at that. He's stoked, having a seat. He's in 5th, but once again, like we say,
Chris Joslin needs a 6.9 for the final. He can do it. I really hope he does.
Sitting in 10th place right now. Let's see what he comes up with.
Oh, man, he was going for that 360 flip crook. If he would have made that, I think that would have been a 9.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, man. There's so many.
Now, Paul Rodriguez is in next. Paul's currently in 6th place overall. Low score for him, 7.3. He needs a 7.9 to get up into 2nd. If he can crack into that top 4, he is guaranteed a spot in the finals because we only have 4 skaters in the next heat.
That's right. He's looking for that safety.
Can he do it? Oh, and he does not. So no safety net for Paul Rodriguez.
At least he's currently in 6th place. But with 4 skaters, looking at it now, Miles Silvis, Nigel Houston, Sean Malto, and Tom Aston in the next heat, it's going to be a tough spot to be in.
That's a tough spot.
He would have wished he could have clinched on.
Evan Smith was sort of just taking a little, he was relaxing over there. He needs a 6.2 for the final.
Or better, 6.2 will just put him in that top 8, but you need that insurance.
Yes, look at him.
The Munich crowd is stoked. We're stoked. Florida represent. He's a one of a kind.
Oh, unfortunately, unable to make it, but always awesome to watch Evan Smith in this contest. So with Evan Smith not making it in, we got to talk Chris Cole. Chris Cole outside of the bubble right now. In 14th, he needs an 8.2 for the final. His highest scored trick right now is a 7.8, so whatever he has done, he needs to step it up.
I wonder what he's thinking about right now. He knows he wants to make it to the 9 club to get up in there. He needs more than just the finals.
Kickflip attempt, not going to do it. Chris Cole is not going to be in the finals. You know what, though? Like you were saying, he's got a bad back. Great to see him out there, doing it for the fans.
Yeah, man.
That is it, though, for heat number 3. Make sure you guys are following us on Instagram at SLS, posting all the rad skateboarding from the contest. We got a great crowd here in Munich, and what a heat it was right there. That clutch moment for Luan Oliveira, switch frontside flip, making it in. More after this.